Stand by for part 2 of the Marysville City Council special meeting. Looks like the council members are out of their closed session, which has run for about an hour and a half or a little longer. So we will be coming back with that in just a moment. Part 2 of this special City Council meeting will be followed by the 6 o'clock Yuba City Council regular meeting. And when that's over, we'll book over to Bryant Field and try to bring you some coverage of the first baseball game of the HighWheelers, the new Yuba-Sutter HighWheelers. Our live stream tonight of the government meetings is presented by Plumas Lake Self-Storage.
Yuba-Sutter.live's local government live streams are presented by Plumas Lake Self-Storage in Plumas Lake, where lifelong local residents are helping other residents keep things safe, providing indoor storage units, outdoor RV and vehicle parking, moving supplies, and Penske truck rentals. Details at plumaslakeselfstorage.com.
For 70 years, we have flown at 70,000 feet. Beale Air Force Base invites you to the Beale Air and Space Expo, celebrating a legacy of reconnaissance. Witness an astonishing lineup of aerial performances on June 7th and 8th. Free tickets are available at BealeAirShow.com.
You've seen signs marking some of the gyms in Marysville. They're produced by Sapphire Sign Company, providing something small, large, and mobile. With decades of experience, Sapphire Signs has pioneered local production of a variety of signs, like temporary campaign-style signs, welcomes for unique events, building signage, event promotion, and vehicle customization. Need a sign? Make it a gem from Sapphire Sign Company. On the web at sapphiremarketinggroup.net. Sapphire.
Hi, I'm Neil Goforth of Comfort Keepers of Yuba, Sutter, and Nevada counties. Caring for elders or even yourself has challenges. Comfort Keepers of Yuba, Sutter, and Nevada counties can help you address today's issues and plan for tomorrow with in-home and specialized care for you or your family members. Call us at 530-749-8800. Comfort Keepers of Yuba, Sutter, and Nevada counties.
We are waiting for the resumption of the 2 o'clock Marysville City Council meeting, which has been in a closed session for about the last hour and a half. We're waiting for the mayor, and here he comes. And in just a moment or two, you'll see this meeting resume.
We are now reconvened to open session from our closed session. Counselor, do you have anything to share?
No reportable action.
Thank you. We now move to public comment on any matter on the consent calendar or any matter not on the agenda? Seeing no one online and getting a no from Valerie, we will move on. Okay, the consent calendar. And we all know these are matters typically passed in one motion, but a council member or city manager has the authority to remove one for separate discussion. What is the will of the council?
Move to approve.
Second.
And presuming you have nothing you want to pull?
I'd like to pull all of them. No, I'm kidding.
No,
I do not.
Moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None opposed. There you go. We now move to discussion and action calendar, and we know that all of these matters are considered separately. And the first matter, item number 5 on the agenda, is not going to happen because I do not have a recommendation right now. So we're going to move on to item number 6. I think Margie had a candidate for me, but I haven't spoken with him or her. We'll talk later. We'll talk. Let's not. No crosstalk. Okay. It'll keep until the next meeting. Item number 6 on the agenda: contract award for the 17th Street Pump Repair Project -2025 with an alphabet behind it, IRWM, contract number 2501. Recommendation: pass a motion to adopt resolution number 2025-13, awarding a contract in the amount of $254,248 with Laurel AG and Water LLC for the construction of the 17th Street Pump Repair Project, with all of the contract numbers based on the improvement plans and contract documents. Mr. John Mallon, always good to see you.
Hey, how's it going?
Welcome.
Sorry.
Okay, you're going to tell us what's happening, then we're going to find out there's no one for public comment, and we'll vote on it. And we're in a hurry, John.
Yeah. Gotta get to the baseball game, I know. But yeah, so this is the 17th Street Pump Rehab Project. There's 3 pumps at the pump station that were put in basically when that pump station was built. Well, actually 2 were initially installed, and I think the 3rd one was installed about 5 to 10 years later. And that was quite some time ago.
Yeah, we're overdue, it sounds like.
Yes. And then when the ring levee project went in there, we had to adjust the pipes. They kind of flowed through the levee initially. Now they could flow up and over. And there's a 4th nuisance pump that's a small electrical pump that pumps out the water during the summertime. And originally it had its own home run pipe, but as part of that project they had to eliminate that too. And it now tees into one of the larger pipes. They're 30-inch diameter. But as part of the going up and over the levee, it created additional head on the pumps. And the pumps are already kind of worn out, and we've had problems with them. So we submitted to the Yuba County Water Agency Irwin grant process, and they granted us last fall. It was too late because of the long lead time for the pump pieces. So we were waiting to do it until the summertime when we can take the pumps out, and we put it out to bid. We only had 2 bidders. We had reached out to 4 or 5 pump companies, and we thought we were going to have 3 bidders, but we wound up with just 2. They were both, reputable firms. This one was quite a bit lower than the other one, but actually talked to the rep from the other company, and he was a little worried about some of the testing requirements that were in the specifications, and that's why he kind of tightened up his bid a little higher than he probably felt was reasonable, just because he was worried about the testing requirements. But in the end, this is well within our budget that we had put for the project. And one of the things that we do have in the budget with both the grant from the IRWIM and the bid packages when they tear the pumps apart, because you can't really inspect the pumps. They're big and down in a well in the building. And they actually have to take the roof. Well, it's got removable panels on the roof to take off to pull the pumps out. And they're going to take the pumps out, take them back to the machine shop. And we're planning on just replacing the bowls on them and rebuilding them. But we have a contingency if one or all three of them need to be replaced. We already have it bid out, and it's also within the budget for the grant. So we have it covered both ways.
I'm just, you mentioned somewhere in there a grant.
Yes.
Now, where does the grant fit in?
I could explain.
Yes. Oh, yeah. We applied to the Yuba Water Agency.
It sounded as though we applied, but the timing was off, but we're going ahead with the
work. Yeah, we applied.
We're still in line for a grant?
Yes, we
so
applied.
All of this could be granted.
The grant is already awarded.
We were awarded the grant back in October, but it had already started raining, so we couldn't very well take the pumps out of service. So we were kind of...
So we're doing this with grant money?
Yes.
Got it.
Yes. Compliments of the Yuba Water Agency.
Oh, God bless them.
This is Yuba
God bless them, and I'll say that out loud and on the record.
It fits right into their core mission is that, this is 100%, flood control, because when those pumps don't work...
East Marysville get wet.
Yeah, East Marysville doesn't drain very well.
The other part of it is the engines are being replaced as well.
Yes, and that was part of what sold us on the grant with the water agency, is because we'd already gotten a FRACMID grant to replace 2 of the engines that needed to be replaced. The third engine had been replaced, I don't know, about 10, 15 years ago. So it was in a lot better shape. But the other 2 are original CAT engines there.
If they're original, I remember that thing when I was this high.
Yep.
Okay.
So they've been around, and so that was part of it. It made it look, it showed that it wasn't just a water agency only funded project, because we'd have gotten the grant money from FRACMID for replacing the 2 engines, and then as part of replacing the engines, we are going to have to do a little bit of exhaust work on the buildings, because the new engines have a Tier 4 regen cycle on them that builds up a little bit more heat.
I don't anticipate this is very controversial. Madam Clerk, do we have any public comment after the presentation?
We do not.
We do not. Any questions or comments from the council?
I got a comment. Sorry. I'm pretty glad that these pumps are getting fixed and replaced if we do vote on it tonight, because I remember a couple years ago when we were sandbagging in the courtyard late one night when Marysville was getting reverse flooded. So thank you for your time on this. And I'll make a motion to accept it.
So we've got a motion. Do we have a second?
I second.
Any further comment or questions? Noting none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? None opposed. There we go. Thank you. Do we have any council correspondence? If we do,
we do.
And why don't you just put that in each of our mailboxes?
Will do.
Thank you. Council comments.
I have lengthy comments, but I'll hold them because I know you guys are excited to go to the baseball game.
You can do it now if you want.
Okay.
How long is the list? It looks like you got a full page.
Oh boy, I better get my
We got a ball game.
Okay. I'll just say I attended Cap to
Hit the
Cap.
high points and then we'll move on.
Okay, I attended Cap to Cap, and it was very engaging, and it was
Just
nice to meet with.
time out. Exactly. Is that what our air conditioner is going to sound like?
Yeah. That's the same problem we had with the one downstairs. I will have them address that.
This is a higher priority than what you're doing, Margie. No offense.
It sounds like a water cooler. Okay.
Well, is that the old one or is that the new one?
That is the new one, but
They are still doing work up there?
well, that's nuts.
A little more air.
it will be addressed.
I mean, it shouldn't be heard.
It must be that vent. Okay.
Good Lord.
So anyway, there was It was very nice to go to that and promote, to see the supporting of business growth and stuff and learning everything that we could. And also, while I was at Cap to Cap, Dan and I met with Grace Rickman, legislative assistant to Congressman Doug LaMaffa, to discuss regional concerns regarding federal funding. My ask was, please provide funding for our levees. I want our community to feel safe and that project to be completed. And actually, she Grace Rickman mentioned that she was here when the mayor was attacked.
They had a nice group of folks here that day.
Yeah. And I participated in the Yuba Water Agency Board Governance Training and Workshop, gaining valuable knowledge on board responsibilities and governance best practices. It was I'm so glad I went. It was so good. And they're so giving, Yuba Water Agency, to have invited all of us. I recommend that you go next year if they have it. It's an annual training. It was very useful for me as a new council member. I attended the MBA meeting this week and committed to supporting the upcoming Farm to Fork fundraiser. I'm tentatively scheduled for September 20th to promote the MBA and the community engagement. So I hope you all can attend that. It should be very, very nice for them to get funds and for the community to have Farm to Fork on D Street between 3rd and 4th Street. We close the street and have a Farm to Fork dinner. And tickets will be expensive, right? Today I joined the Yuba County Commission on Aging for a senior wellness and enrichment event. And so this committee is working towards establishing a brick-to-mortar senior center in Yuba County to improve services and resources for seniors. They had a very nice luncheon, so they're really trying to wrap up their commission on aging. And they're looking for commissioners if anybody's interested. Thank you.
Given your commitment and the thoroughness of the execution of your role as a council member, you should have run for Congress. That's a great report. Thank you. Anybody else? Council comments, reminders, what have you? I will say I have only attended one of the MBA meetings, Marysville Business Association, and Marjorie has promised to make me aware of those in the future, and I plan on attending them. That's worthy, and I also want to be involved in the Chinese community and their gatherings. That's going to be so important. Key portions of the city are here, and what we're doing in the region of Bryant Field. I mean, there's other important portions, but these are getting our attention. We're doing good work, and I have been absent at too many of those meetings. Marjorie's going to make sure I show, and I appreciate that. Any other? Stuart, you usually have something to say. Come on.
Well, I do, but I'm going to refrain until our next council meeting because we have an outstanding baseball game to go to. However, I will always say thank you, city staff, for your extraordinary work. You're awesome. It was nice working with you. You're awesome. It's great working with you, everyone. You are awesome. Thank you very much for contributing to the growth of the city of Marysville.
Endorse all of those awesome comments, sincerely. Okay, Mr. City Manager.
I have no announcements.
God bless you. Okay. The next regular council meeting will be on Tuesday, June 30, 2025, 6 p.m. We're done. I normally don't hit it that hard.
Yuba-Sutter.live's local government live streams are presented by Plumas Lake Self-Storage in Plumas Lake, where lifelong local residents are helping other residents keep things safe, providing indoor storage units, outdoor RV and vehicle parking, moving supplies, and Penske truck rentals. Details at plumaslakeselfstorage.com.
Coming up at 6 o'clock tonight, we'll have the Yuba City Council regular meeting. And then, as soon as it's done, we will look over to the baseball game and see if we can catch some of the action for you. It's all here on Yuba-Sutter.live.
For 70 years, we have flown at 70,000 feet. Beale Air Force Base invites you to the Beale Air and Space Expo, celebrating a legacy of reconnaissance. Witness an astonishing lineup of aerial performances on June 7th and 8th. Free tickets are available at BealeAirShow.com.
You've seen signs marking some of the gems in Marysville. They're produced by Sapphire Sign Company, providing something small, large, and mobile. With decades of experience, Sapphire Signs has pioneered local production of a variety of signs, like temporary campaign-style signs, welcomes for unique events, building signage, event promotion, and vehicle customization. Need a sign? Make it a gem from Sapphire Sign Company. On the web at sapphiremarketinggroup.net. Sapphire.
Hi, I'm Neil Goforth of Comfort Keepers of Yuba, Sutter, and Nevada counties. Caring for elders or even yourself has challenges. Comfort Keepers of Yuba, Sutter, and Nevada counties can help you address today's issues and plan for tomorrow with in-home and specialized care for you or your family members. Call us at 530-749-8800. Comfort Keepers of Yuba, Sutter, and Nevada counties.
We get support from Brent Hasty, Gary Bradford, and other people like you. You can help. Just click on the link in the text below this video. And we invite you to stay tuned for the upcoming Yuba City Council meeting, which will be at 6 o'clock, about an hour and 40, well, call it 39 minutes from now, roughly. And then we will have some coverage we expect from the first baseball game from the HighWheelers, the new Yuba-Sutter HighWheelers at Bryant Field. The gates are opening, I think, about 5:30, and the game gets underway with the first pitch at 7:05. We'll be over there after the City Council meeting as soon as we can get over there and bring you some coverage. You're watching Yuba-Sutter.live.
Yuba-Sutter.live. It's the truth that comes through.
There's a lot going on next week here on Yuba-Sutter.live. Monday at 10 a.m. we'll be out at the Sutter Cemetery for the Memorial Day presentation. And then on Tuesday we have our regular 9 o'clock Yuba County Supervisors meeting, 3 o'clock Sutter County Supervisors meeting, and sometime after 6:30 the Marysville Unified School Trustees regular meeting gets underway. And at 7 o'clock the Yuba City Unified School Trustees regular meeting. Saturday, May 31st at noon, we'll be bringing you some coverage of the preparations in downtown Yuba City for the Groovy Summer Stroll that starts at 3 o'clock. Our local government live streams are presented by Plumas Lake Self-Storage at plumaslakeselfstorage.com. Now, something else to think about. Coming up, again, I said that Monday, 10 o'clock, our Memorial Day ceremony. And on Thursday this week, you'll be able to watch the live stream of the Olivehurst Public Utilities District Board of Directors at 7 o'clock. It's all right here on Yuba-Sutter.live, which you can watch on Facebook via live streaming YS, and our YouTube page, Yuba-Sutter, Yuba-Sutter Live. You're watching Yuba-Sutter.live, Yuba-Sutter's version of C-SPAN. and then some. I'm Ted Langdell.
Yuba-Sutter done alive. It's the truth that comes through.